Prime Minister says the way he stands up for Canada is by buying a $9 million mansion in the sky for his crony Tom Clark. Well, he goes on Broadway late night shows to say that they want to applaud that he said that it was a small issue that the Americans had illegally taken $9 billion of our softwood money and cost tens of thousands of jobs. Conservatives got a deal on this in 80 days after taking offices. He's had 9 years and 3 presidents. Why does he keep letting the Americans walk all over him?
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I was glad to have the chance to speak directly to millions of Americans in this crucial moment and make the argument directly to them that we've been making to policymakers that U.S. tariffs on Canadian softwood lumber hurts American citizens and consumers. And when I go on American television, I make sure to talk up Canada, unlike the member for Calgary Nose Hill who talked down Canada to Tucker Carlson, unlike the member from Thornhill that went on Fox News to talk down Canada. I will always stand up for Canada proudly.
Oh, God, he is losing it tonight.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Only he didn't stand up. He backed down. Yes. He's been backing down for 9 years, during which time 3 presidents have imposed illegal tariffs that Conservatives had originally got taken off. And recently, Biden doubled those tariffs, causing 500 mill workers to lose their jobs in British Columbia. They must have been watching that show, seeing the Prime Minister say that their unemployment and their now poverty was a, quote, small issue. Why is it that he thinks he's such a big shot that the jobs of working people are a small issue?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, it's obvious that the Leader of the Opposition really didn't like that I went down to New York City to talk directly to Americans. Perhaps he would have been happier if I accepted an all-expenses-paid trip, perhaps down to Florida to appear at an anti-abortion church. I know he would have been all right with that, because that's what he allows of his own members.
You accept all-expenses-paid trips all the time. Is he on today, man?
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Falsehoods will not change the reality. His record is this. Common sense Conservatives got a softwood deal that reimbursed $4 billion of tariffs the Americans had collected within 80 days of taking office last time. Those tariffs were slapped back on under this Prime Minister, and he's capitulated ever since, not collecting $1 of the tariffs back. In fact, President Biden has now doubled those tariffs. He capitulated on Buy America, capitulated on softwood, capitulated on the Keystone Pipeline. When can we have a government that stops capitulating and starts standing up for Canada?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, it's the deepest of ironies that during the existential renegotiations of NAFTA, it is the Conservative Party's position that we needed to capitulate to the United States and to Donald Trump. That is not what we did. We stood firm. We protected steel workers. We protected auto workers. We protected agricultural workers and our dairy farmers. We continue to stand up to Americans while we protect jobs in this country, while they were saying, ooh, it's too important. You need to give in to the United States. We didn't. We stood strong. We came out of that with a win-win right across the board.
What kind of flailing arm crap?
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Monsieur le Président, il a capitulé.
He signed a deal that kept tariffs on softwood. Tariffs which the Conservatives had previously managed to get rid of. He caved in on Buy America, which discriminates against our companies. He caved in on Keystone, and now Canadians are investing $400 million more in the U.S. than the opposite way. Why has he caved in and let down our construction and forestry workers?
Minister.
Mr. Speaker, you should be very careful about reminding people what things were like under Harper when he was on the governing side. Canadians remember very clearly what it was like under that government, which didn't invest in people, which cut back on services, on our armed forces, on police and childcare. They cut all the programs that Canadians depend on and didn't create the growth that Canadians need. We will continue to invest in Canadians and stand up for our steel and aluminum workers. We will be there to defend jobs in Canada. The Honourable Member for Belleuil-Chambly. Mr. Speaker, I'm scratching my head here. I'm wondering how we might not get there, because everyone agrees with the Bloc's bills. So I imagine everyone will continue to support them. The NDP, the Conservatives, the Liberals, all supported our bills. So I wonder if the government will get it in gear, because time is running out for farmers in Quebec, and leaders of all parties have agreed. So in order to get there by the end of October, something's got to give. The Right Honourable Prime Minister. Mr. Speaker, I'm very happy to know that the Bloc may be there to support our dental care program for seniors, because that's helping a lot of seniors. We're talking about millions of Canadians, including Quebecers, who've had access to dental services when the Bloc was against the program, but we managed to get it delivered all the same for thousands of people, and we will be there. We will still be there to help seniors with dental care and to invest in their future with housing, and we will be there to deliver the necessary services.